Hello everyone, and welcome back to our colony here at the edge of the apocalypse. We're back playing Frostpunk, the last autumn, the new DLC that's out for Frostpunk. Our latest colony is going a little bit better than the one we tried before. Fortunately, we've been able to keep our motivation up, and that helps a lot. News from London, Site 120. Great work on laying down the generator's foundations. You're making good time. Yes, because we've hit objective number 2, which is good, because if we didn't hit it, we were going to get fired this time. Down here, bad weather and crop failures, prompting an exodus to the colonies. Those who stay place their hopes in the government's newly unveiled evacuation plan. Our company was accused of profiteering by opposing politicians. Pure slander, of course. Yeah, because we wouldn't want to try to make a profit off the backs of disaster. Never. Unfortunately, we lost contact with Site 120. We're attaching its coordinates and would appreciate it if you could spare a few men to check up on them. We'll do our best. So I did have a ship arrive just as I was starting the recording, so we have another 16 people. So we're up to 66 unemployed laborers right now, which is fine because I think this is another fishing shack over here, which is great. I'm going to convicts. I forgot we passed a law that said we could hire convicts last time. We do need to build a penal colony, so we'll have to get one of those set up, and then we need to send foragers out to explore. But we also need to get started on the heart of the generator so that we have the means to produce heat and keep everybody warm and toasty when the end of the world arrives. Because, you know, if you're gonna die at the end of the world, you want to be warm while you do it, or something. I should actually put some people to work here on the coal mines too. Let's try and max these out while I'm figuring out what I want to do with people. Simply because, you know, stocking up more coal will be a good thing. I think there's actually going to be a point where the cold sets in. I guess as we're maybe completing the generator, and then we'll actually have to try and finish it. Alright, so for the generator we need the core. Actually, well, this thing actually should tell us what we need to do. So we need to build the foundry, build the core, and build 2 support frames, which is going to be a bit of an adventure. I don't have any spare engineers, so I can't stock up on our security outposts or anything like that. So we're going to need some more engineers probably too. Actually, there's supposed to be a way to promote engineers. I did pass a law that said I could do that, and I just haven't figured out how I accomplished that just yet. Nevertheless, let's get started on some of the things we're going to need. Well, actually, we need a little more steel before we can start building. So we need the core. We have to build support frames. Once the support frame, or one of the support frames will carry the weight of other parts of the generator. We need 25 structural profiles for the support frames. Ventilation plant we have, machine shop. I'm supposed to be able to build the foundry. Oh, you know what? I think I need to research the foundry still. So let's get, wow. Extraction efficiency. All right. I didn't really want to see that. Let's get things sped up a little bit here. There we go. We finished the sawmill upgrade, so that's going to let our sawmill chop down wood a little bit faster, which will be good for supply. But we do need to research the foundry. Otherwise, you know, we can't do any foundering or whatever. I did complete the research for the finer mesh nets, which is good, so we'll get a little more food out of that. Efficient gathering, large resource depots. I wonder if this will automatically upgrade the size of the depots I already have. Sensor storage capacity. Regardless, I need a whole lot more iron before we can kind of get anything here. This dock down here is delivering wood. This one's delivering iron. So, you know, we're just going to have to wait a little bit, I guess, for all those deliveries to be made. And I can't do any research until we get more iron, so let's kick this ahead a little bit. We do need support frames, though, so this is probably a good time to build those. How many did it say we needed? 25 or something? I don't know. Let's build like 10 of them for now. Safety level at this particular place is actually good. It's safe. Who knew? Didn't know that would ever happen. And in the machine shop, too, we can build some of these steam exchangers, which, you know, they're going to consume the steel, so maybe I don't want to do that right now. No. What now? Security outpost, off with the gloves. Sir, a group of senior overseers is here to talk to you about dealing with worker protests. Lives depend on us finishing the generator on time if the workers keep striking. Actually, we haven't really had a problem with strikes so far. It's been pretty good. Why are you putting up with this? We have the guns. Just give us an order and we'll put a swift end to all the tomfoolery. I'll think about it, discontent will rise, or let's do it. We have 2 days to pass strike busting. Oh boy. I can handle a little bit more discontent. Hopefully it doesn't go up too much. I don't really want to have to rush into passing with the law. How are you striking? This facility's on strike. How is it possible you're on strike? You have safe working conditions and everything. What is your deal? Maybe I should have gone with the strike busting. Workers are angry and refuse to work. They shout about exploitation, terrible working conditions, and deadly dangers they face daily. What will you promise them? Try to appease them with extra rations? Discontent will rise greatly, demands might escalate. I don't like that. Offer the rest of the day off. The workplace will remain closed until the next day. Demands might escalate. You have 3 days to pass comfortable quarters. I mean, comfortable quarters would let me... Well, I have to build a whole bunch of additional housing. It probably would be better for them. But do I have the room to do that? I can't even back out of this, I don't think. I need to think about it. Alright, let's see. So, I have up here all of our tents and stuff that are in place of, like, churches and what have you. I'm really surprised they're actually striking. With motivation so high and discontent not so bad. Safe working conditions. What's their deal now? They do know it's the end of the world, don't they? A little disappointed in their behavior. Alright, I will give you comfortable quarters. I have to pass that law first. And in the meantime, I should probably look at trying to build the penal colony. Which will be under labor. 40 steel, good lord. Letters from home, suspicious minds. Sir, we noticed that one of the engineers is sending very long letters to Aunt Bertha almost every day. They regard family and religious matters and seem innocuous. The German-sounding name of this aunt raised our suspicions. We found out that by rearranging certain letters, we can form sentences such as shaft rotor or iron coupler. We also found flu rhino and cacklegran. But this might be code. What should we do? Stop being paranoid. Intercept all his letters. I mean, I don't really see a fear. Well, actually, if we intercept all the letters, then I wonder if the Aunt Bertha, if they're actually a real person, will start to become an issue. I'm going to intercept for now. It's really hard to know what the right choice is here, but I don't know. I feel like darned if you do and darned if you don't most of the time in this game. No choice ever really seems like the absolute right choice. Let's max out our staff at the public house. So they can max out the staff at the public house. And then in terms of research, I do need to get the foundry going, but I think I'm going to try and build up the iron to the point where, or the steel rather, to the point where we can start to build the penal colony. Because we do want to get some penal workers in here. I have 15 people that are idle right now. How do I promote? Gotta figure out how this whole promotion thing works. Alright, I finally opened my eyes and found the internal promotion. It's at the factory inspectorate here, but I need 50 steel in order to do it. That is a lot of steel. That's pretty crazy. I mean, at the rate that the steel's coming in, it's really awful. I wish there was actually a place here that I could gather steel locally. Oh, wait a minute. We got this big ship down here I know we can get steel from, but how do I harvest steel from this thing? Resource can't be reached at the moment. Maybe I have to wait until, like, the water freezes or something? I wonder if there's a risk of people falling through the ice if that's the case, but... so there is steel down there, but I can't really get to it right now, so it's kind of an issue. We have spare people right now, so I should probably go over here. Nope, that's for ordering more people in. I'm going to get some prisoners next time. Put our prisoners to work. That'll be great. I need my forger's quarters. Let's start another... It's going to use up 10 steel. That really sucks. All right, let's go ahead and we'll create a new forger team because we do need to go out here to inspect this anyway. So we'll send them over to the workers' camp for site, what was it, site 120 or whatever it was? At least I hope that's what it was. It's got the little marker on there, so I'm hoping that's site 120. And if nothing else, maybe we'll find like another supply of food, because we actually have kind of dried up on the food supply a little bit. Okay, we do have enough steel now, I think, to build the labor colony. Or the penal colony, rather, so let's build that. I don't necessarily need this thing to be close quarters with anything, I don't think. I guess we can put it back here. Bring on the penal colony. Okay, there goes all my steel again. Which means I can't research again. Out of steel. I gotta get that research going because I don't want to fall behind. We're 19 hours behind schedule right now, and it's only gonna get worse as we don't get things started here. Penal colony built. Motivation rises. How that's motivating, I'm not entirely sure. Congratulations, everyone. We can now put you in jail. You're gonna share work sites with a whole bunch of prisoners. That'll be awesome. What else did I do for this? I had to pass that law for... Oh, whoa, I can do it. Wait a minute, can I get absolute control if I get up there? If so, that's amazing. Rationalized healthcare. Use rationalized healthcare to keep convicts out of medical facilities. Bodies of convicts will be disposed of in the foundations of the generator. Oh my gosh. Sick convicts may die of rationalized health cares. Yeah. Class segregation. Man, there's all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, I know I'm going to have to pass comfortable quarters law, so I probably should consider getting tents going before I pass that law. Otherwise, a whole bunch of people are going to become homeless, I suspect. So let's go into people tents. That's in range of the bathhouse, so that's probably okay. We'll put, oops, that was maybe a little conceived, but we'll put a couple back here. And then I can fit, like, a couple over here that are in range, too. So that's going to take a lot of wood. And I think I'm okay with that. And then over here, we need a roadway going this way. Again, I really have no idea whether more roads in this game actually makes a difference or not. It doesn't seem to be like travel time for the workers so much, at least not that I've been able to notice. You see them walking on the paths, but I don't know whether it actually affects the gameplay. Alright, build the foundry, build the core, build 2 support frames. The support frames are being built in where? Those are structural profiles. I'm building all kinds of those things, but I think the support frames are supposed to be built somewhere else. Oh, did we build all those? Oh yeah, we got 16 structural profiles. That's handy. Okay. These workers aren't really doing a lot. But again, I need that steel. We have 10 so far. Minimum we're going to need support frames, 25 structural profiles. I only have 16. Each one costs 25, so we need a whole lot more of these. Wow, look how fast they build. That's insane. I'm using up all the wood, though. That sawmill better do its work. Oh, this group's waiting. What do we got here? Workers' camp. Dozens of workers eye us suspiciously as we approach. They're a pitiful sight, starving and distressed and dressed in rags which don't cover their injuries. Oh boy, I don't know if I can handle survivors. Workers tell us about Site 120, where they toiled in inhuman conditions under their slave-driven boss until they'd had enough and ran away one night. They beg us not to betray them if we visit their site. They're starved, and about half of them are sick. They won't survive alone in the wilderness. Site discovered collapsed mine. I can take them to my camp and get like 50 workers. I can tell them to stay put and come back later. I mean, they might end up dead or something, so we may lose some worker opportunities there. But I kind of like the idea of not having to supply them with housing right away. Let's tell them to stay put. We can come back later, and in the meantime, we'll go check out the collapsed mine over here and see what the deal is there. Hopefully we can find some steel. That would be amazing. Pretty sure I need the foundry to make the steel composites that I'm going to require for the core. So that's going to require research. Oh, what's going on down here? Penal Colony, zero tolerance. Sir, the head overseer is here to discuss with you the expansion of the penal industry operation. Look, workers love nothing more than to stir trouble. We could arrest the most rebellious ones for slacking off or minor theft or whatever and move them to the penal colonies. There they would work more and eat less. Think about how it will motivate the rest. I'm not sure it's gonna... Not ready to cross this line. Motivation will fall slightly, but I can take that, I think. It's only a small slip, but I'm not ready to move that way just yet. Let's look at bringing in some penal colony workers, though. 48 of them. Oh, yeah, that'll be great. Bring it on, penal colony workers. Let's put those prisoners to work. I do need this research going. Let's get the foundry working, because I have to get caught up on my production of the generator, or we're going to be in a lot of trouble again. Look at the light shining on the penal colony. Watch for those prisoners. Porters have reached something or other. Oh, the collapsed mine. All right. It's a coal mine, but it's been evacuated after a collapse. We'll move on. Site 1. Oh, we weren't even at Site 120 yet. We were just at the workers' camp. Let's go see what the deal is over here. We had to get that as an objective anyway, so might as well knock that out. Book of laws we have available, so let's do the comfortable housing. I think that's under administration, maybe. Overcrowding. That's for medical. Crowded quarters are comfortable quarters. Discontent will fall permanently. Motivation will rise slightly. Housing buildings will accommodate only 8 people. I think it's like 8 instead of 10. Is that what it is? Let's sign that into law, though. Motivation rises. And we have a permanent drop in discontent. So that's pretty awesome. Hopefully that will lead to less striking. That would be great. Okay, I need to promote some people so we can get some engineers in here. Oh, the temperature will drop 1 level. We're going to get a cold snap coming up in the next day. That could be less than ideal. Alright, Foundry's been researched. That's what I was waiting for. Forges reach site 120. Okay, let's get over here and see what the deal is. Ooh, structural profiles. Nice. This place eerily resembles our own camp, but destroyed by fire and riots. It seems that their generator was very near completed before it blew up. Oh, that sucks. Explore. Wow, that looks awful. A tragic end. Site 120 has been destroyed by a violent rebellion. Unburied bodies lie everywhere. We found no survivors. Peeking into the generator pit, we saw even more bodies scattered at the bottom. Judging from their clothes, most of the victims were engineers. Well, that sucks. All buildings are in ruin, gutted by fire, or wrecked on purpose. We'll gather whatever supplies we can find and leave this terrible place. Can't imagine why. Alright, we'll get 10 structural profiles. That's alright. We'll take those. I'm going to need them anyway. Snowy hills. Numerous footprints lead from Site 120 toward the snow-covered hills. Some survivors, or maybe perpetrators, must have fled there. So, I'm a little concerned if we send our party over there, they might actually get lynched. I don't want to go back to work. Let's go check it out, though. Well, you know what? I need those structural profiles. I can't risk this. Let's send them back to the construction site. We'll take those structural profiles with us, and then we can go check out that other thing after. It will take longer for our people to get there, unfortunately. But I don't want to risk losing those, because I'm going to need them. Actually, that 10 will get me right up to the 50 that I need. That'll be great. Oh, what now? News from London, our last hope. Thank you for investigating Site 120. We're sorry to hear of their fate. We iterate that if you happen to find any survivors, apprise us of any new information they might provide. According to reports from all over the globe, the cooling shows no sign of slowing down. With other generator projects scrapped, your site is now Liverpool's last hope if the evacuation becomes necessary. You can count on us, man. Well, I mean, hopefully. I probably shouldn't make promises like that I can't hold up. Let's start with the support frame. That's going to require 30 workers, which I do not have available right now. That's amazing. But we do have a boatload of penal colony workers coming in, so that will help. Uh-oh, this only holds 25 convicts. I need another penal colony. Okay, hold on. Let's go to labor. We'll build a second penal colony, because without it, we're not going to be able to house everybody. Alright, see how that goes. So they'll start working on that when we get the penal colonists here, which should be soon. Speaking of, there's 48 of them right there. 28 of them don't have housing. Wait a minute, this is only an... Uh-oh. We might have an issue. Alright, 30 penal colony workers. Dangerous working conditions. Let's put safety measures in place, and we'll also put in protective structures, which is unfortunately going to take some of our structural profiles, but that's fine. We can actually compensate for that here. I think it's 6 it uses. Housing becomes a bit more of an issue. Penal colony, first convicts. Sir, our first transport of convicts is here, and workers are upset. Some of them gathered by the docks to watch the convicts arrive, then started to vent their frustration, hurling insults and stones at them. Look at this scum, come to steal our jobs. They took our jobs. We don't want your kind here. Disperse the workers. Discontent will rise or let them vent. Discontent will fall. I'm already bottomed out on discontent. Let's let the discontent go up a little bit. Get out of here, people. These guys are going to do all the jobs you don't want to do. Get used to it. Alright, I still need... Oh, there's the foundry. Okay, we can put this into play. If I stick it here, it'll be in range of an overseer, so that's probably good. This has room for 10 workers as well once it's built. I gotta get this other penal colony thing built, otherwise these convicts are gonna get sick. Go back to Site 120 Workers Camp and decide their fate. So I just need to go do that. Penal colony, stretch thin. Sir, the head overseer is here to warn you about staff shortage. With the number of convicts rising, our ranks are stretching thin. Currently, 4 overseers man security outposts guarding 53 convicts. In order to keep the convicts in line, I strongly recommend building and manning more security outposts. Otherwise, these criminals might get the idea that they can break free. I'll keep that in mind. That's probably a good idea, you know, all things considered. Oh, I thought I had 50 steel. I was going to try to upgrade some people. But maybe instead we'll just order in some new engineers for now. It's only 6. But that's better than nothing at the moment. And we'll get some people promoted here soon, too. I think I'm going to go back... Well, once they get here, I'm going to go back and get those workers. I built enough extra tents, I think I can handle them. It'll just be a question of having enough food. But I'm going to want all those people to get caught up on this stuff. Alright, so they've arrived back with our 10 structural profiles. Let's go back here to the workers' camp. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta click on this guy. Then we'll go here. We'll go decide their fate. I gotta bring them into the fold. I know they ran away and all, and that's not great, but I do need more people, I think, in general, so that should be alright, I guess. Oh, what now? Come on, I literally just acknowledged the fact that they were gonna get away. You didn't give me any chance to build this thing. Sir, 1 convict escaped in the middle of the night. There was no place in the penal colony for them, so they were camping in the open. Oh. Alright, that may be my problem. This lapse of security is a serious loss of face for the overseers. We should expand penal facilities to keep the convicts in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Motivation falls. Ooh, that's a big hit, too. Let's give them a little bit of prayer to try and, you know, assuage their concerns. I do have 2 of them that are still not occupied, but it takes so much steel. 40 steel for the penal colony. Kind of wish I could just overcrowd the penal colonies. One of the homeless people fell ill. Oh, that's one of the convicts. I think we have enough housing otherwise for regular people, just not for the convicts, I guess. Wow, I lost a lot of motivation.
Wrap up well. The frost is here.
That's not good. Oh, it's the cold. The cold's kicking us. This morning, the camp wakes to find the sight of dancing white flakes. The first snow came much sooner than anyone expected, and although it melts soon, the mood remains depressed. People shuffle through the mist, the falling snow muffling their voices, and turning them pale like ghosts. Someone curses under their breath. This is the last thing we needed. Working in such cold is going to be drag. Nasty surprise heralds an unnaturally early winter, but nobody feels like talking about it. Motivation will fall even more each morning. We must endure. I think I already have people on the better rations, the hearty meals. I've got them in better living quarters. I mean, I'm not sure what I can do to mitigate that motivation loss, but we're 2 days behind schedule, and if we don't have that 30% efficiency boost, things are going to become challenging, I think. I have my 25 structural profiles, so I probably should try and build the second support frame on here. Max that out. Put safety protocols in place. It's still dangerous, though, because I don't have the protective structures, so let's build 6 more of these. It's going to use up a bunch of lumber, but I think it's worth it. Where's our foundry? Okay, so this thing's built, but I have no workers. I could take workers out of here, because I'm not using them. We'll put them into here. And this is going to be steel composites. Now, in order to build the core, we need 25 steel composites. Wow, steel is really going to be my primary problem for a bit. Convicts are too far from the security outposts. Oh. Didn't even think that was going to be a thing. Security outposts. If we put one out here, I can't, nope. Alright, no convicts working here. You guys go work here instead. At least they're in range of the security outposts. Probably the same problem here. Convicts too far from the security outposts. Wait a minute. This is a security outpost, right? No, that's an overseer station. That's a security outpost. Alright, I need... They're not doing any work because there's no security outpost. So let's build one of these in close here. I'm going to need to staff that with some workers, though. Okay, survivors. Let's lead them to our camp. We'll take those 50 workers back. Food's going to become a bit tight, I think, with all these people, but I need need the workers. We gotta have them. And this, I should just have no convicts working here because they don't work anyway when they're too far away from a security outpost, which is kind of a bummer. Ooh, this does not have any lumber near it, so we'll need to deconstruct that. Build a new sawmill just over here, I guess. I can kind of get it in range. Building here will destroy some resources. I don't want that. Actually, you know what? No. Let's cancel that. I'm going to move it over here. There's much more resources over in this corner. So we'll build a sawmill here, and then also clear out space where I can do more building. Not adjacent to a street, but that's easily fixed. So when they get that built, we'll have workers for that. Huge coal pile depleted. Okay, so we have workers available now. We can put them in here. News from London, Site 120 workers. We were glad to hear you located and took in survivors from Site 120. Although the exact details of what transpired there are still unclear, we strongly suspect some of the syndicate conspiracy, some sort of syndicalist, that's weird, conspiracy. We urge you to keep an eye out for subversive elements hiding among the workers you took in. See, I knew that might be a problem. According to reports from all over the globe, the cooling shows no sign of slowing down. With the other generator project scrapped, your site is now Liverpool's last hope. The evacuation becomes necessary. We shall be vigilant. Letters from home. Wanted. Sir, a shocking letter arrived from a Manchester constabulary. Appears one of our engineers is a suspect of several gruesome murders. The police wants to question him, asking for us to send him back to on the first outbound ship. The man claims he's innocent, obviously. What should we do? Send him back, lose an engineer, keep him, discontent will rise, or imprison him. Oh, I don't have roundups, so I can't imprison him. So it's send him back, lose an engineer, or keep him and force some discontent. You know, I'm going to keep him. Hopefully he doesn't murder anybody, but I kind of need the engineers right now. I can't afford to send them away. Oh, sawmill's ready. 4 orders of returns. We have 50 workers. Great. Okay, so let's put 10 of them to work in here. Transports arrived with 6 engineers. Let's put 5 of them to work in here, so we have that security now. Ooh, what is that? The beginning of the end. Change of plans. Sir, a telegram from London. We're going to be cut off. What? No, I need the resources. The frost is coming sooner than expected. Royal Meteorological... can't even talk now. Royal Meteorological Society warns that the sea will freeze in 12 days. Stopping all navigation and fishing. Oh boy. We'll cease all shipments in 10 days. Start stockpiling materials and food. The evacuation by an icebreaker is planned in 18 days. It's imperative that you complete the generator by then. We have 18 days to complete the generator. Temperature will fall drastically. Deliveries will end on day 37. You must finish the generator by day 45. What day are we at now? Day 27. I mean, this is going to be a problem. I can't really stockpile food. I'm consuming it as fast as I get it. I just brought in 50 more people. This is insane. Okay. That is going to represent certain issues, I think. Let's staff this up. I don't have enough, still don't have enough steel to promote anybody, though I do need more. Oh, wait a minute, we got 20 sick people too. Oh, but 35 sick people. I don't have nearly, I didn't even consider that when those people came in, they would all be sick. Alright, hold on. Health, let's get some medical posts in here. I don't have the engineers to do this. I think we're in trouble. Alright, so these guys are at the construction site. Let's take them and, I need to find a food source, so let's send them over here to Bald Hill and see what happens. Still have 2 convicts that don't have a home, so they're super happy with me. I can't do any research. Man, steel is really going to become a problem. Bouts take place in accordance with the Bare Knuckles Law. Alright, let's get, no, I don't have enough to a sermon right now. Build 2 support points, build the core. Okay, I've got to get the metal in place for this thing. Let's I have 197 wood right now. Let's take this. We'll switch it to steel because steel seems to be my primary problem at the moment. Sir, the coming cold threw everyone off guard. If the forecasts are true, it will make finishing construction that much more difficult. Crew working on technology started thinking about ways we could at least somewhat mitigate the coming cold. If you want to, some ideas could be developed into solution per your requests. Yeah, show me. Why would I just say I see? Absolutely show me. Healthcare insulation. That would obviously be good. Improved heaters. Braziers. That's probably what I want. So it's going to take steel. Of course it does. Creates a small heated zone around it using 3 coal per hour. And it takes steel to build them. Of course it does. Alright, well, we're going to need it. So let's go ahead and work on braziers, I guess. This is where things are going to get start to get really, really tricky, I think. Okay, these are finished building. I need to well, if I can't reduce safety, that would be bad. I could reduce some overseers. I need 5 engineers. Gotta have them. Oh, that's an operative because it's swapping over. I don't have enough steel to promote any more engineers. Give me engineers, man. 7 more. It's not much, but I'll take it. Oh, look at all the people getting sick. Not good. I do not have the medical facilities for this. This is going to cause real problems. We're going through coal at a pretty ridiculous rate, too, and I don't have anything else set up. Security outpost. Too much oversight. A group of workers comes to complain of the constant surveillance. I do my best, boss. Believe me, says an experienced fitter. But I feel like a criminal with all these overseers watching over my shoulder. Show us you trust us. Get rid of at least 1 security outpost. Are you kidding? We have a whole bunch of prisoners. 2 days to dismantle 1 security outpost. I can't afford it. Strike risk will rise for 2 days. Man, if they go on strike, I'm going to be really in a bad spot. But I can't really afford to dismantle the security post. Well, let me see. I can't back out of this either. You know what? I could dismantle it and then rebuild it, I bet. Here's a security outpost here that's actually helping with security over there. This one is kind of keeping tabs on the penal colonies. And this one is keeping tabs on the workers, so I can't get rid of that one. I wonder what I mean, this only has two security people in anyway. Let's deconstruct this one. Hopefully this will help. I need to get that motivation up. And I can actually take a couple of the engineers that were in there and put them to work in here anyway. Try to heal some people. It's the trouble with bringing in a whole bunch of, like, sick people. Things don't go so well. I have 78 steel. Let's promote some workers. 5 workers were promoted, so let's, wait. They were promoted engineers, so why don't I have more engineers now? Oh, it's paused. There we go. Now we got the engineers. Let's put them to work here in the sick houses for now until we get caught up. And we'll take in a few more people anyway. It's not great, but it's something. I think I'm going to need a second lumber mill in order to keep up with my lumber requirements. So let's do that. Build another sawmill over here. I'm going to build it here. It's going to cause some destruction of resources, unfortunately. We have 64 workers available right now, which is a little nutty. You know what? Let's get all kinds of lumber mills going here. I've got the workers right. Oops. I've got the workers right now. We should go ahead and build as much as we can, I guess, at the moment. So we'll build another sawmill over here. I don't want to destroy resources. That's going to be pretty important now. Alright. Get me all the lumbers you can give me. Surveillance society promise fulfilled. I disbanded. Motivation rises. Good. Oh, that was pathetic. I was expecting a decent rise. Day ahead of schedule. Good, good, good. Even though we're not getting that efficiency bonus, we're still doing alright. Survivors from the south. Spreading anxiety. Sir, people we rescued from workers' camp. Those who fled from the failed generator site are unhappy with life in our camp. Are you kidding me? At least you have a life. You're not dead. They complain about workplace and safety and overtime. They call the work conditions inhuman. They claim that our camp resembles their own too much. What's worse, our people listen to them and now grow anxious. Beat some sense into them. A few people got hurt, discontent will fall. That's right. 2 people were wounded, became gravely ill. Well, we're not seeing any homeless people anymore. I guess that's something. Alright. These guys are waiting. The hill isn't very tall, but offers a wide view over the plain. We can see a string of dark spots not very far from here. Lost crates. Yeah, let's check that out. Hopefully there's some food in there. Because we're going to need it. I've got people on these fancy meals to try to keep motivation up, but it's really expensive. Let's max out our workers here if we can. Ooh, good fishing spot depleted. Oh no, that is not good. I really need that food. Alright, this group's got to move on. They can go down here to the Trapper's Cabin or check out the mountain pass. Let's check out the Trapper's Cabin, I guess. Hopefully there's a good likelihood of getting food there. Alright, this has been sitting idle for too long. We need to start working. Get safety conditions here. We'll use protective structures. Transport has arrived. We got some more engineers. Okay, good. So now we can cover more items with the factory inspectorate to keep people safe. So that's good. I still have 2 engineers left available. Let's put one of them in here to finish healing people up if we can. Put another one in the overseer station. See if that helps. Maybe I should put them in the security outpost, but at least I have somebody working there. 0 of the homeless people fell ill. Alright, great. Wait, why do I still have homeless people? I didn't have any a moment ago. Who's homeless? John Barrett. I can't tell if these are like... Are all my tents full? I guess maybe they are. Because, oh, you know what? I brought in more workers and stuff, so I guess they probably are. Let's build another tent over here then, I guess. I thought it was actually prisoners that were unhoused, but maybe not. Steel composites and steam exchangers. Yes. These heavy wooden crates are used to transporting valuable and fragile goods. They're stenciled with prominent signs warning against dropping them. Finders keepers? Inspecting the crates, we found some steam exchangers and steel composites. These valuable resources must have been destined for the Winterhome construction site, but it seems they got mislaid, fell off a trailer somewhere. Oh yeah, we're taking those crates. You better believe we're taking those crates. Cargo convoy. Several heavy haulers stopped in the distance. Alright, let's go check it out. I probably am going to have a problem because they're going to want their stuff back. We'll go check it anyway. Let's get some workers going in here so we have all these people that are idle right now. Try to give them something to do. I don't remember what the use of the steam cores is. Not the steam cores, the steam exchangers. Do they have any other safety purpose? I thought they might. Okay, we have a problem with the trying to build composites. We're gonna need coal, and I don't have any way of creating coal. We burned through a lot of it. We only have 23 left, which means leaves me pretty much nothing that I can make there. I can't even make the braziers because I can't afford the coal to use them. We're going to need... You know what? I don't think I've even researched something to make coal in the absence of those piles. Nope, we need the charcoal kiln. That's going to be next order of business. The bathhouses are going to shut down soon because we just don't have the coal to power them. This is going to be really tight. I think we might have trouble hitting this target. Yeah, we're out of coal. There goes the bathhouses. That's going to hurt motivation. Not to mention people might start getting sick more, which isn't great because I'm having trouble catching up as it is. Forges reached the cargo convoy. Okay, great. Drivers got out of the haulers and gathered in a circle. They seem to be troubled. Oh no. Are these yours? It appears the convoy is heading for Winterhome. That's a long way from here. They're carrying parts crucial for the proper operation of Winterhome's generators. Seems they lost several crates on the way. Without them, the construction of their generator might be compromised. Return the crates or keep the resources. I'm gonna keep them. Hopefully they don't figure it out. That would be a problem. I mean, I guess I could give them back, and that might give me some benefit, but I kind of need them myself. Okay, the charcoal kiln was researched. Let's build one of those. Actually, let's build 2 of them. We're going to need a whole lot of coal. Build them right here, I guess. I have the workers for the moment, at least until we start building the actual core, so I'm going to try and produce as much coal as I can at those charcoal kilns as quickly as possible. Everyone is housed now, so that's good. I have 78 steel available, but I don't have any coal, so I'm going to try and go ahead for some more research. Upgraded docks. What does that do for me? It allows to unload resources from ships faster, forming 2 even piles. I haven't even gotten down to the point of extending my research farther down. Advanced fishing harbor is not going to matter a whole lot. Supercharge. Allows to supercharge the steam exchangers used at the construction site to speed up work on the generator. Each use advances work progress by 10% and costs 5 steam exchangers. That seems like it's worth it. I might need it to play catch-up. We're ahead of schedule at the moment, but I know you never know. Problems come and everything goes off the rails. Okay, this can be stocked with workers. Actually, we're in... Oh, man, I have 51 convicts available? Are you kidding me? Oh, they all finished work in the middle. Oh, sweet. Okay. Uh-oh. Penal colony, convicts riot. Sir, the convicts riot against us. They attacked the overseers, but were defeated. Thank God, they'd have killed us all. Man, it's a good thing I had overseers in place. Criminals armed with tools and improvised weapons tried to overpower the overseers. We prevailed in the end, but the fight was long and bloody. We lost 1 overseer and 15 convicts. Well, they were kind of idle anyway, so... expendable? 16 of our people died. I'll take that, though. Food rations, yes. The cabin's sturdy and shielded from prevailing winds by the rocks. It's only 85 food rations here, though. Cast iron stove stands beside a desk and a sturdy chair. 2 books line the desk on the origin of species by means of natural selection or the preservation of favored races in the struggle for our life by Charles Darwin. And Voyage au centre de la Terre, Journey to the Center of the Earth, a novel by Jules Verne. There's also a crate of canned food here. These are good books. Yeah. Darwin's Origin of Species or whatever. Okay, so we've got supplies. I should probably send this group back. Take them there. They can get the food in place. I really hope I find another source of food supply, because I'm not doing so great with the whole food thing right now. I've got a lot of mouths to feed, and I'm not nearly enough supply of food. Foragers have reached the mountain pass. Seems that an avalanche came down from here not long ago. Hoof tracks disappear in the avalanche field. Did the reindeer cause it? Let's move on. There's nothing more we can do here. Herd of reindeer might have... Alright, so... we can check the avalanche field, but I'm going to send these people back with the supplies, because they have a bunch of stuff that I need. Let's maybe consider setting up some of these braziers. Oh, it's a pretty small range of heat they provide. Okay, so we're going to need a whole bunch of these in order to keep people warm. There's one there. It's hard to see. I wish it would continue to show the overlaps. This is going to take a lot of coal. That's not great. We should probably put some down here, down near the buildings that are doing some of the key work, too. Wow, this is terrible. Alright, I don't know that I accomplished what I needed to. That took a lot of steel, though. Supercharged research. Use 5 steam exchangers to instantly advance work on the generator by 10%. That is great. I don't have the generator in progress, though, so that, not so great. Oh, what now? Letters from home, end of a world. Sir, an engineer received a letter from relatives in India. They explained that a sudden frost devastated their plantation and they're going back to England, as the colony is descending into chaos and the population's rising up against the British rule. Surely we cannot let such information impact morale of our people. Censor the letter, don't censor. Censor it. Keep them oblivious. Ignorance is bliss and all that. Okay, we do have everyone healed, though, now. That's good. Well, at least everyone that was not being treated. So I can take all the people out of this now. This is already maxed out. I can max this one out. Max out this overseer post. Add more people to the security post here. So hopefully that will help with things. We have room to add another worker here. I have 36 convicts available, but I'm going to need those for construction of the central generator if I can ever get enough resources. This needs to be deconstructed. This similarly needs to be deconstructed because there's nothing in range. I'll have to move it back. So let's plan to build another one, because we're going to need more wood, particularly with that kiln we're running now. We're using our wood for construction, but we're also burning wood now to produce coal, which we're going to need desperately. So let's get another sawmill back here. Alright, that's probably my closest fit right there. And I can do a street right up there. I'm going to use some lumber to build some more structural profiles so we can try to keep our safety up. The foundry is harmful. It's not as bad as it could be, I guess, but it would be nice to get some protective structures in there for them. Not that they're actually working right now. Rod of coal. Just like that, I burned through all the coal, like, instantaneously from all those braziers. That was crazy. Alright, they've arrived at the city. Let's send them back out exploring. I want to send them over here to see what the deal is with this site. It's kind of a long way for them to go. Oh, actually, no. Let's send them to the avalanche field instead. They might find food over there, and that's probably more important. Right now, it's definitely more important. Because I'm tapped out on food. When we stop getting food supplies from our fishing harbor, we're going to have a whole lot of dead colonists. Alright, Forgers, unit number 5 returned safely to the city, so I can send them all the way over here now to check out these people. I don't have any workers in this sawmill, so we need to rectify that. Could not activate building, requires coal. Yeah, that's kind of a problem. And the cold snap is coming right now, too. Hooray! I kind of wish I had turned these all off. Oh, this isn't good. Never seen so much snow this early in the year. This cold's gonna make life harder for everybody. Winter's here for good. We're screwed. Okay. Well, that's a problem. Did the ice... Did this freeze over? No, it's starting to get frozen. Can I reach this now? Can't re-reach at the moment. I still can't reach that thing. What do I have to do to get that thing gathered in there? We have a kind of a problem here. There's... I've got all these buildings that I need... Well, all the braziers that I built that need to be activated for coal. The snow and cold are finally upon us, and I haven't even started the central generator construction, and we don't have a good source of coal now. And for all the coal that I'm burning to keep people warm, I also need coal in order to build the parts that we need in order to build that generator in the first place. So, this core, we need 25 steel composites, and that all takes coal. I only have 11 so far that we brought in with us. Not good. Not good at all. We're still roughly on target to do our generator construction, though we are about an hour behind. That is going to require us to do a little bit of catch-up, but we'll continue building out the generator the next time we come back. With the cold snap here and, like, no food and stuff, this is going to be a problem. These fisheries are still operating, fortunately, but they're going to stop. But when they do, everyone's either going to freeze or starve. It'll depend on whether we run out of coal first or food first. I guess we'll have to see what happens. But thanks, everyone, for coming to check out the video. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.